And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight, Video Productions presents exciting high school basketball. It's the 3-6 Martinsburg Bulldogs taking on the 5-5 Beckley Flying Eagles. As we welcome you into the Winter World pregame show with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and we have our outstanding camera people here ready to bring you this exciting action. Well, Eric, we got two basketball teams heading in opposite directions. Beckley have kind of, I think, have gotten the ship right a little bit after getting off to I would say a struggle. I think it's fair. Beckley at one point was 2-5. They've now won 3 in a row. They're at 500 at 5-5. The last time you and I saw Martinsburg, they were beating Princeton. They went to 3-2. Since then, they've dropped 4 in a row. They come in 3-6. So I think this is a big turning point because we're at the halfway point as far as Beckley's concerned, and Martinsburg game number 10.
Yeah, and the thing, both teams, one team's trying to keep a streak going, and one's trying to end a losing streak. So you'll see both teams landed on the line because Martinsburg wants to get off that snide after losing 4 straight.
For Beckley, as I mentioned, Eric, this will be their halfway point. This is game 11, and this will be the 9th home game. So, that's kind of rare. I don't ever remember a season where Beckley had 9 of their first 11 games at home, and that means once they get through here another week or so, they're really going to be road warriors moving into the end of January all through February.
Yeah, they've been playing at home in the friendly confines, but I think now the key is just keep that momentum going because you're going to have to play on the road sooner or later. But if you got some wins under your belt, I think you'll be okay. Just take it one game at a time.
Of course, the one thing saying friendly confines, it really hadn't been, I guess, that friendly thus far. Beckley is 3-5 in their first 8 home games here. But like you said, you just got to take one game at a time, and what's done is done and move forward. For Martinsburg, they came down this morning. Their kids able to get out of school. They did have a 2-hour delay in the Eastern Panhandle. It's probably most of West Virginia had as cold as it was this morning. And Martinsburg down here tonight. And, Coach Rogers, a veteran coach, and he told me that they really haven't had a chance to be acclimated because they had a deep football run making the state football championship. They never got to scrimmage. They've never really kind of got in sync in the first month or so. And even though I always say, and I think you'll agree, you are what your record says you are, he believes they're a much better team than that 3-6 shows.
Yeah, and that's what a veteran coach knows. He knows it's not what you do in late December, early January. It's moving forward, getting towards February, getting towards the region. And if he thinks his team is turning the corner, he has a chance to see him every day in practice. So I think you have to tend to believe what he sees. And, they're athletic. So if they can just get some things to go their way, they can turn it around.
Yeah, they're a very young team. They only have one senior on their squad, and, of course, a win over Beckley tonight will help get them turned around. All right, we'll take our first pregame show here in the Winter World pregame show. As both teams going through the warm-ups, we'll have the opening tip at the bottom of the hour, 3-6 Martinsburg against 5-5 Beckley, coming up on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. A Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store. Fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. I had lunch there today, and I'll tell you, they got some delicious food, great service. They also have the Cracker Barrel Rewards Program. You can dine, shop, and earn, and you can check that out at crackerbarrel.com/rewards, the fine folks at Cracker Barrel. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, you can contact Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker, and you can check them out at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Edward Jones, the financial advisors, and we've got 4 great financial advisors that can help walk you through whatever your financial goals may be, whether you're changing a job or whether you're retiring. That's Heather Cantley, Brooke Dempsey, Ben Worley, or Tracy Houck. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets, been around since 1974. You can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, both teams are going through the warm-ups, and I think this is the kind of game, when you look on paper, you see Beckley 5-5, definitely playing better, winners of 3 in a row. Martinsburg, even though they lost 4 in a row, 3-6. I think you throw the records out. I think this is going to be a very good, high-level competitive game tonight.
No, you definitely have to throw out the records, because Martinsburg matches up really well with Beckley, and the size advantage really goes to Martinsburg. Plus, you got young guys developing. I think Jones for Beckley has been coming on, Isaiah Jones, and he's going to be a key factor down the stretch.
Yeah, you're talking about Isaiah Jones for Beckley, a freshman. He's 6'6", maybe 6'7". He'll have his hands full tonight because you and I had an opportunity to do Martinsburg's game against South Charleston and against Princeton, and they've got the big fella, big 6'9", Micah Green, and so that'll be a key matchup in the low post. Yeah,
and Green's got the size, has the girth on him, but the way the Jones kid is playing now, Isaiah Jones has really impressed me, his growth. Because when you first saw him, he's not. You knew he wasn't ready, but you can see continually getting better each game, and that shows you that he's really absorbing and taking in the coaching, and he's really turning it around.
You're right. He was a little raw when we first saw him. He's starting to get a little more polished. Not a complete product yet, but he's in the work in progress.
Oh, yeah, big upside for him.
And on the flip side, Martinsburg, from the last time we saw them, they've got a new player in their starting lineup, and I don't really remember, and Eric, maybe you can if your memory's better than mine on this, but Nakeem Thompson, I don't really remember him playing much when you and I did their games back in the New River event.
Yeah, no, hey, it's a blur. So many games.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, and like you said, you got 2 veteran coaches here. So, if he's moved up to the starting lineup, he's shown something in practice. And even in those 4 losses, you can take good, from the losses. Was he playing really hard when the game was in doubt and stuff like that? Sometimes you just need to infuse your lineup, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Martinsburg's latest loss of the 4-game losing streak was a 2-point loss to Washington, and, of course, Washington is up in the Eastern Panhandle, a rival of Martinsburg. Both teams still on the floor going through their warm-ups as we're in the Window World pregame show. We'll take our second break and come back and get you ready closer to the tip. 3-6 Martinsburg against 5-5 Beckley coming up here on Video Productions.
Grew with us and chose to stay, because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcome them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give. It's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to the Window World pregame show. We're about a little less than 5 minutes away, maybe a little more than that, because they normally put 5 minutes back on the clock as we're getting you ready for Martinsburg and Beckley. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road, and Beckley. And they have a Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling, and it's right on Valentine's night on Saturday, February 14th. Only $17 a person, $32 a couple, and that includes 2 hours of bowling, rental shoes, finger food, soft drinks, and dessert. For more information, you can dial up Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia, is built on a foundation of safety and innovation and teamwork. The fine folks at Infinity Coal. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. You can book your next event or catering at Pasquale's by dialing up 304-255-5253. And what would a game be without a nice cold blue can, Eric, a blue can of Pepsi, or if Diet Pepsi, a silver can, or the black can of Pepsi Zero. But, Eric, I know you prefer the blue cans.
Yeah, the blue can's good, man. It's the best. Just it takes me back to the 80s, the Pepsi.
Yes, the great, crisp, clean taste of an ice cold Pepsi. Well, we think we're going to be maybe a throwback game, Beckley and Martinsburg. Of course, they go back to that epic 1990 state championship game, in which, kind of ironic, Eric, because you're looking at Preston Clary, the Beckley's leading scorer, and his dad, Tink Brown, was the main part of that Beckley 1990 team that beat Martinsburg in that state championship game.
Yes, he was, man. The slender magician. He could really get after it. And, of course, you have Marcellus Basie. Right. The other point guard, his foe, is assistant coach for Martinsburg.
Right.
Now.
And that was the big battle in that championship game. And, of course, also too, you go back to 1994, the big game when DuPont upset Beckley in the first round, and everybody thought the winner of that game was going to win the state championship, but they forgot about the Martinsburg Bulldogs and Coach Rogers. They ended up beating DuPont to win the state championship.
Yeah, that was his first state championship. Yeah. And then Beckley and also in Martinsburg met in 2014? 2013.
Yes.
State championship game.
And Martinsburg won that one. So they do have a little bit of a history in basketball, and whenever you see the maroon and white of Beckley against the orange, white, and black of Martinsburg, you know you're going to be in for a very good game, and we think we'll have that here tonight.
Yeah, I definitely do. And, Martinsburg, we're going to come down here, and they're, familiar with the building now. That's one thing about having played just a couple weeks ago here. They'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and Beckley will make the return trip to the Eastern Panhandle for the final two games on Friday, February 27th. Beckley will play at Jefferson and then spend the night. The next night they'll close out the regular season when they go to Martinsburg. So, that'll be one of many road games that Beckley will have. And matter of fact, as I look at Beckley's schedule, they're scheduled to have two home games in the month of February. After tonight, they have George Washington. So after tonight, Eric, Beckley will only have 3 home games remaining, in the regular season.
Yes, they will. And I just think Coach Kidd, he really just thinks his team has turned the corner. He doesn't care where they suit up and play. He's trying to get them better for regional action.
All right, we'll take our final pregame break, come back and give you the starting lineups and get you ready for the opening tip between 3-6 Martinsburg and 5-5 Beckley coming up next on Video Productions.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rhoda Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
And we welcome you back into the Window World pregame show. And Eric, I don't know if we're going to start a little early. It's only 7:20 here local time, and they've got 2 more minutes to run down off the clock. Normally they always wait till 7:30 to tip. But if they're ready to go early, we're ready to go, because it doesn't matter when it's time to play. Players got to be ready to play. Broadcasters got to be ready to broadcast, right?
Hey, you have to be able to adjust, right?
All right, so Eric, put your coaching adjustment cap on, and if you are Coach Dave Rogers, 3-6 Martinsburg, what do you think that he might be telling the troops before the introduction and before we put the ball in the air?
Well, as you stated, I think he in early scouting, if he scouted Beckley, I think you have to put pressure and try to get Beckley to turn the ball over.
Yeah, Coach Rogers told me that he's watched our broadcast, and you and I have done every home Beckley game to this point, so they've been available on video productions, whether it be in the Little General event or whether it be in the New River Community Technical College or just a regular home game that we have done. He has checked it out, and because he knows that he had to get Beckley twice tonight, like I said, at the end of the season.
Yeah, and the thing is the visual was there. He's a savvy coach, and I think what Beckley hasn't been able to handle is they've handled the pressure, but they turned it over unforced errors. And I think they've gotten a handle on that, though, the last couple of games, because they've been under 11 turnovers the other night against Graham, and Graham pressured them pretty well in the second half.
Yeah, two things I think have made a difference in Beckley in this three-game winning streak. One, I think the way they switched up their lineup, that has changed. And also, and I think you had mentioned this in a previous broadcast, A.J. Thomas, it seems like he's more comfortable in coming off the bench than as a starter. And maybe this leads into my next point. It's given him the team a little bit more energy. I don't know if that's because of the starting lineup change, but whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like they start games with a little bit more zest, more energy than they had in the games where they were losing.
And I think all the kids are buying into that. It takes a lot for a senior to step back, so hats off to A.J. Thomas, but as I told him, and a lot of people tell me, it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes, and I think him seeing the flow of the game, he does infuse that energy when he comes in.
And Lucas Rainey as well. He had been starting, and he only played like 46 seconds
the other
night.
But I think Lucas Rainey down the stretch, they're going to need, he shoots it really well outside, so they're going to need to incorporate him a little bit more.
All right, we're going to have the playing of the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break, come back, give you the starting lineups, and get this game started between 3-6 Martinsburg and 5-5 Beckley. And it's coming up next here on Video Productions.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to courtside at the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, getting you ready for Beckley and Martinsburg. Martinsburg 3-6. They're losers of 4 in a row. Their head coach is Dave Rogers. And Eric, you have their starting lineup.
They'll go this way, Maris. They'll go, as we talked about, during the top of the broadcast, we're going to insert some new blood into the lineup, and Nakeem Thompson gets the start. And the team's leading scorer is Braden Amsler, coming in at 16 points a night. Cody Shallis had 14 points. Kamar Green at 12 points. And rounding out the starting lineup is the big fella, Micah Green for Martinsburg.
And that's how Martinsburg 3-6 will go. The Bulldogs wearing the black uniforms trimmed in white and orange for Beckley. They're 5-5. They're winners of 3 in a row. And Coach Kidd had changed to this lineup about, 2-3 games ago. And it's helped Beckley with a 3-game win streak as Gage Burdett averaging 8 points a game being introduced. Preston Clary, the team's leading scorer, at 19 a game. They'll have Jalen Robinson at 11 a game. And they'll have Kingston Clark into the starting lineup as well as Isaiah Jones. So it's Beckley 5-5, winners of 3 in a row against Martinsburg 3-6, and they have lost the last 4. So it's very cold outside, but Eric, we think it's going to be very hot here inside, and maybe these teams will heat it up real quick to start the game off, and maybe kind of unfrost how cold it was in the Beckley area here this morning, this afternoon, and tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just cold across this state.
Yes.
Man, last night it really blew in.
Yeah, and what it looks like by the weather forecast is not just West Virginia, but all through the East Coast. Looks like we're headed for a big snowstorm this weekend. We hope we don't get it.
I think it's going to blanket us a little bit.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then that will probably obviously cancel, or I wouldn't say cancel, but postpone a lot of games and games that we have going. And for you and I, we're scheduled to do a game Saturday morning. The Beckley girls take on St. Albans. By the way, Beckley girls beat Charleston Catholic last night on the road, 40-36. Alana Ellis had a big game. And so they are 8-2. The opening tip of the ball game is brought to you by State Farm agent Scotty Brown, located in Shady Spring, West Virginia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Scotty Brown's there for you. You can dial him up, 681-238-6130. It's hard to believe, Eric, though, we're at the halfway point. Like I said, this is game number 11 for Beckley, game number 10 for Martinsburg. It'll be Jones in the center circle to jump for Beckley, and once again, he'll jump against Micah Green for Martinsburg. The referees look over, everybody's ready, and we are ready to go. Eric, we'll start 3 minutes early, but that's okay by me.
Hey, just get it going. The ball's going to go in the air. Let's go.
Ball in the air, and the tip will be controlled by Martinsburg, as it'll be Green, and Green will give the ball over to Thompson. So Thompson, who we did not, or I don't recall him in the previous games that we've done back in January, but a 3 right off the bat. The shot is up by Amsler. The team's leading score, no good, but an offensive rebound, and Jones with a block, and a second block, and then Green able to get it out of the air and put it back in for Martinsburg. Quickly back down the floor. Beckley didn't waste any time today. Eric pulled the ball right out of the basket.
Yeah, but both bigs affected that possession as Jones was able to get 2 blocks, and I think that'll stay with Beckley.
Yeah, the ball was knocked out of Preston Clary, but you're right, 2 blocks, and then the Green able to actually clean it up and put it back in.
And that's what you want, your big guy on the road getting an early bucket.
Here's Robinson. Good head and shoulder fake. Now Burdett dials it up for 3 and hit. Burdett from downtown.
A nice assist from Jaden Robinson. As you can see, probably the scout from Coach Rogers. They're going to close out on Jaden Robinson at that 3-point line.
Trying to get the ball down low to Micah Green. They do in the low post. Comes the double team, and Jones with a nice steal. The double team, and Green held the ball over his head, and Jones just took it away from him. Here's Burdett, spins into the lane. Clary dials up, 3 ball, got it, and Beckley has knocked down their first 2 field goals, both from behind the arc.
And Preston Clary comes in this game shooting 47% from the 3-point line.
Wow. He's done everything. He's shooting over 80% from the free throw line. They get the ball down low to Green. Green with a little half hook scores. You figure the big fella Green for Martinsburg, 6'9", Eric. He gets the ball that deep. It's going to be hard, even Jones at 6'7", to stop that.
And you see the game plan right now for Martinsburg.
Go inside.
Go inside. But I think Jones, man, this is a good matchup for him, playing pretty strong early on.
Burdett off the drive. They cut him off. And now Preston Clary drives the baseline, pulls up, shoots it, and shot it strong. And the rebound to Kamar Green. So Martinsburg's got 2 Greens on the floor. As here's Martinsburg, Amsler, the team's leading scorer. And now they'll reset with Thompson. Thompson trying to get loose. Clary all over him. And now Martinsburg resets the offense. And now here's Kamari Green. Thompson on a curl, tacks the basket off the glass. It won't go. And the big fella Green. So it's Green missing the shot. Kamar Green, but then Micah Green able to clean it up again on the putback. He's got all 6 points.
And the thing that's happening is Jones is challenging the shot, and no one's coming, dropping down to try to even box out the big guy. So it's kind of like pick your poison. You want your big to try to patrol the paint, and right now it's not working for Beckley.
Martinsburg looked like maybe a little bit of zone here. Burdett will dial up a 3 ball. It's short. And the big fella, Micah Green, boy, he's played dividends on both ends of the floor right now. 3 minutes into the game. As Thompson takes the ball to the corner, they want to go in the post. Here comes the double team. Green steps through, puts up the shot, muscled it up. It won't go, and a great rebound by Clary.
Played through the contact. The refs let him play there.
I think that was a good no call, yes. Yeah. Here's Burdett, saw an opening into the lane. Robinson will spot up and dial up for 3, in and out, heartbreak, but Jones with the offensive rebound. It won't go, but he'll draw the foul. So both bigs making big dividends for their respective squads on each end of the floor.
Yeah, both playing well, and that's going to be on Kamar Green. Picks up his first and the team's first.
Beckley's a team shooting, what'd you tell me, 80% from the foul line?
82% as a team.
82% as a team, as Jones' first free throw is up and in. And that's a good sign when you're any coach and you see your big able to knock down a free throw.
Well, the lefty has a soft touch at the free throw line, and looks like the biggest thing is being comfortable with it at the free throw line.
Second free throw on its way, and in and out. No good. New player into the ball game, and that's Villa into the game for Martinsburg. So Beckley with a 1-point lead. They get the ball down low. Green back out to Amsler on the drive. Now down low to Green again. They don't double team. Now the double team comes too late, and Green able to go right around Jones and lay it up and in. At that time, Eric, the double team was a little late getting there. Micah Jones able to put it on the deck and curl around and lay it up and in.
Yeah, he did a good job of filling the double team and dribbling away from it.
Clary with a pull up in the lane, left it short, but got his own rebound. Here's Jones trying to back the other big man down. Puts the shot up, no good, and Villa will clear the rebound for Martinsburg.
I like the good swim through as a turnover, unforced error there for Martinsburg. But not pleased with that shot from Jones as he made a little offensive move.
So Boston Todd will check into the lineup for Martinsburg. And Eric, in those previous games that you and I did, I don't recall him playing.
Not at all.
2 weeks ago.
I remember Villa.
Yeah, I remember Villa, but I don't remember Boston Todd, who's in there now. Around the horn, Beckley goes. Robinson off a screen, straightaway 3. It won't go. Jones with the putback, and it goes. And Beckley has regained the lead. Isaiah Jones with the putback. Nice backdoor cut. They give the ball into Micah Green. He left it short, but an offensive rebound by Villa. It won't go. In and out, no good. Ball's loose on the floor. Here's a 3 on its way. In and out, no good. Villa battling for the loose ball again, and it won't go. And Clary rips it out. But that Chalice had a good look, and it wouldn't stay down. And there's a Martinsburg foul, and they will get Todd as they'll catch his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and I think that was a good – it was great on the point guard, Burdett, the way he was feeling the defender. He kind of slowed up the dribble and baited him in to that foul.
So we got a lot of action. Eric, I really thought we'd have maybe a little bit more points at this juncture of the game coming up on the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, both teams are up on one another defensively and missing some chippy shots.
Burdett from 15 knocks it down. Good-looking shot. Burdett able to spot up right there at the free throw line and deliver the bucket. Here's Todd with it. They're looking for the big fella Green in the post. The ball's knocked free. Good hustle by Robinson. Yes, down on the floor, and it's a held ball. The arrow will turn it over to Beckley, but that's a hustle play down on the floor.
50-50 ball,
yes.
And that's something early in the season that you didn't really see from this Beckley team, and Yeah,
Well,
that's the kind of team they have to be.
Yeah, and not only that, Eric, for Robinson, I mean, obviously he's in there for his offense, but if he can give you plays like that on the defensive end of the floor, that's just an extra plus.
Yeah, and I like Robinson's rounding into a good, total player, and that's a cheap one right there from
if
Green.
you're Micah Green, you don't want to commit that foul on an entry pass 15 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, it's zero threat right there. You don't even want to press up on that pass.
You can just let him catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a bad pass or an air pass where you can get
that is
on
one
it.
of those.
But the entry pass was good. Yeah, he shouldn't even bother
to
with
play
that.
after the pass.
That's 3 team fouls on Martinsburg. That's the first on Micah Green. Here's Preston Clary with his season opening. He lost the ball. Able to give the ball to Clark in the lane. Nice pass to Burdett down low. He's in traffic. So Preston Clary says, I'm open for 3, and he can't deliver. But Clark on the offensive rebound and puts it back up and in.
Man, did you see Kingston Clark climb the ladder and get that rebound amongst the trees?
Beckley on a 6-0 run to take this 5-point advantage. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. Glad you're with us here in Beckley as Martinsburg turns it over as Robinson comes up with the loose ball.
Good defense from Preston Clary right there on the switch. Quick hands.
Clary on the trail. Thought about the 3. Off the dribble into the lane. Robinson. Now Burdett down the lane. Tacks the basket. A little strong off the glass, but Jones, the putback goes. And Jones and Beckley doing work on the offensive glass. And Beckley, their largest lead of this first quarter, 7-point advantage as they've scored 8 in a row.
And it seemed like the flow of the offense was good there. No one took a bad shot. They passed up shots to get better offense.
There's Villa taking a page out of Beckley, but he couldn't get it to go. He got the offensive rebound off of the Boston Todd baseline miss, and back the other way comes Beckley.
And Villa is in the game. Tough luck, right?
Yeah.
2 point-blank balls.
Clark down low in the post. Robinson dials it up from downtown. That looks like it's going to be short. It is, as the big fella, Micah Green, able to clear the rebound. So Beckley back in transition. And Martinsburg's been stuck on 8 for a while, Eric.
Yes, since the 3-minute mark.
Here's an open look 3. It won't go. That 3 put up by Chalice. And out of bounds, it'll stay with Martinsburg as Lucas Rainey will check into the ball game for Beckley. Also checking in A.J. Thomas. So Beckley currently on an 8-0 run. And they have a 7-point lead, their largest lead here this first quarter. Ball comes into Todd. Todd trying to split the defenders, and there will be a Beckley foul.
I think they'll whistle that one on Jones, and just like Green on the Micah Green on the other end. No, they gave that to Burdett.
Yeah.
Gage Burdett.
So Burdett gets his first. It's the team's first. And here's Todd with it for Martinsburg. Like I said, Martinsburg only has 1 senior on their team. They go down low to Micah Green. He's got a big size advantage. Now comes the double team help. They throw the ball back out. The jump shot is no good by Boston Todd, and Rainey ends up with the ball. Let's see if Beckley will slow it down and hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Burdett, baseline drive, whips it back to A.J. Thomas. Rainey, spot up 3 on its way. Long rebound, and Jones with an offensive rebound for Beckley. Rainey says, what the heck, I'll try it again. If at first you don't succeed, the biggest lead of the game right here at 10. This 3 will count if it goes, and it does go. A 3 ball by Chalice to end the first quarter. And what an exciting finish to quarter number 1. At the end of 1, it's Beckley 18, Martinsburg 11. Back with the second quarter after these messages here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
As we watch this final shot to end the first quarter, Eric, that last shot is just coming right at you, as we'll see Martinsburg get the ball in, and they desperately needed this. Beckley was on 11-0 run until that 3-ball went in just ahead of the first quarter buzzer, and the lead 18-11 for Beckley at the end of the first quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel, and had lunch there today, and boy, they got some great food. Go to Cracker Barrel. You can dine, shop, and earn points, and you can join at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you can dial up Luke Richmond or Steve Morgan, and actually you can go to the website and check them out at exitelevationwv.com. Ready for the second quarter. Martinsburg will have possession, and Eric will see if that will give Martinsburg a little momentum, because they desperately needed that after Beckley went on 11-0 run.
Yeah, that was a big shot, because it really turned it may give them some juice here to start the second.
And I thought Villa, who has the ball now, he's given Martinsburg some juice when he entered the lineup.
Yeah, good on the board, strong kid.
And here is Todd getting a pass inside, and Beckley with great defense. They've really turned it up a notch defensively. Down the lane, this tough shot is good. What a nice running shot by Amsler, and you can see why he's the team's leading scorer. And Eric, just like that, Martinsburg was down 10. They cut the lead in half. They scored 5 in a row.
Yeah, that's all it takes, man. A big three before the end of the quarter.
Clary thought about the three. Now he finds Burdett. A.J. Thomas. Down low to Jones. Great low post position. He might have got away with shuffling his feet, and he'll draw the foul. I thought when he first caught it, Eric, he might have moved his feet, but there was contact on the shot, and the big fella will be Isaiah Jones. He'll get to the line to shoot 2 for Beckley.
And that'll be 2 fouls on Micah Green, who had 8 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's why you and I talked about when he got his first foul, what a cheap foul that was on that entry pass. As Jones' first free throw is no good.
And you know what's happened. I've talked about the team free throws, and now Martinsburg has to dig in their bench and bring back in
Thompson,
who started the game. But now the height advantage goes to Beckley.
Yeah, because Green now for Martinsburg, the big fella, Micah Green, 6'9", will come out of the game with his second foul as Jones makes 1 of 2, and that stops a mini 5-0 run by Martinsburg. Minute into the second quarter. Here's Todd with it, and I was going to say, for a minute I thought A.J. Thomas was going to get away with the foul, but there was enough contact, I think, for the official to blow the whistle there. And it does not really matter, I guess, what I think, because the ones that count, and he was right on at the official, and he blows the whistle. Still one of the funniest things you ever said, and of course you can say this because A.J. is your cousin. He said that he's always around the foul. Why is that? Because he's committing it. It's nice play.
I wouldn't take it away from him, though. I like the way he plays.
Right, I do too. I do too. But since he is related to you, I guess you can get away with that. But you are stating a fact. So it is what it is, right?
That's right.
Nice spin move by Clary. Off the glass, it won't go, and Jones may have gotten away with a foul there.
Definitely got away with his, which would have been his second.
Yeah. Here's Thompson back the other way down the lane. A lot of contact. Good Beckley defense.
No, excuse me. Jones didn't get that one whistled on him. It was
it was Burdett. Yeah. Thompson now hands the ball off. Here's a 3-ball on its way, and it's good. And you got to get out on Amsler because he can knock it down, and Beckley not able to close out. And that 10-point lead is evaporated down to 3 now. Here's Lucas Rainey into the ball game.
And that's what happens when you make two of your last makes or 3-pointers.
Beckley's got a huge height advantage, a mismatch in the post, trying to get the ball to Jones as Villa's trying to defend him, and the ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley, but they missed a golden opportunity, did Beckley, because Jones had Villa pinned back in the low post there.
And the only thing I think that they didn't, he may have been a little too far from the bucket, but I would have had to give it to him and even get the offense to reset.
Preston Clare on a nice drive, and he's fouled going hard to the basket. That's a good take. Putting the ball on the deck and getting to the rim and getting to the line is Preston Clary.
And that's going to be whistled on Cody Chalice. That'll be his first, the team's second.
So Kingston Clark will be back in after the first free throw by Clary. Clary shooting over 80% from the line.
87% from the free throw line.
And the first free throw is good. And not even the broadcaster's jinx works. And we're not like we're trying to jinx him, but normally when we say something like that, then they miss, right?
And Jones is going to get a breather, the young freshman from Beckley. gave him some solid minutes.
Second free throw by Preston Clary is no good, so maybe we jinxed him after all, right? Because I said over 80. Eric's one said 87%. Here's a wide open three. That's like a layup. I told you can't leave Amsler open. And he drills the three ball, and all of a sudden Martinsburg was back within one. They trailed by as many as 10 in the first quarter. And with some sharp shooting, they've been able to cut the lead as A.J. Thomas dials up a three. And that's something, too, in this win streak. A.J. Thomas shooting the ball much better from the perimeter than he did earlier in the year. Here's Thompson around the screen, tacks the basket, puts up a lot of contact, throws it up, it won't go, but Villa on the offensive boards, battle for the loose ball, and it'll go over to Beckley.
And to touch on what you're talking about with A.J. Thomas, he's 9 of 20 from the three-point line. So average-wise, that's almost 50%.
Yeah, and you'll take that from anybody. But like I said, wouldn't you agree that most of those have been here more in this winning streak as of late? So here's Beckley with the ball, leading by 4. Clary's open, three ball, far corner, good, right down the chute. And Beckley lead back up to 7 as Martinsburg turns it over. Rainey with it. Rainey will spot. 3, got it! And this will equal the largest lead of the game. Beckley back to a 10-point lead. They led by 10 in the first quarter. They've got a 10-point lead now. Martinsburg has a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here, and we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Edward Jones, your financial advisor, and we got 4 great people for Edward Jones to take care of you, whether you're changing jobs or whether you're retiring. They can walk you through your financial goals. That's Heather Cantley, Tracy Houck, Brooke Dempsey, or Ben Worley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets, and you can dial up Hart's at 304-252-2917. Hart's been around since 1974. But, Eric, just like that, what was a 10-point lead? Martinsburg came back, cut it to 1. Now Beckley is open the lead back to 10 again.
Yeah, and it's good to see. Both teams are heating up from 3. 9 threes made in this first quarter and a half.
Yeah, and Beckley currently on a 9-0 run, and they've drained some threes, as you mentioned, with 9 threes between the two teams. New player into the ball game from Martinsburg, Carter Bradley, getting his first action off the dribble, gets the pass down low. I think maybe they threw one pass too many, and they turn it over. Right out of the timeout. Here's Clary on the drive. Leaves it for Burdett. Burdett from the baseline, puts up the short shot, knocks it down, and Beckley with its biggest lead of the game right here.
And defense turning into offense. Such unselfish play. I can't speak enough about Preston Clary, the way he is led by example.
It's an 11-0 run, and squeezing in is Myers into the ball game, and that stops the bleeding momentarily. Yeah, Myers had just checked in and able to squeeze in between Beckley defenders for that last field goal. Down low, the ball is lost, and it's a turnover. And a steal by A.J. Thomas. And A.J. Thomas will go in and lay it in.
And that's 5 points in the quarter for A.J. Thomas. And Lucas Rainey and A.J. Thomas inserted late in the first quarter have combined for 11 points.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Kidd was hoping for. Like I said, it's not who starts the game, but who gets into the game and who produces. As we get ready to come up on the 3-minute mark, this 12-point advantage equals the largest lead of the game. Myers on another drive, and the ball is swatted away by Clark. Myers thought he was fouled, no whistle. Back the other way, Burdett down the lane. Burdett all the way, throws it up. It won't go. The tip won't go, and we'll race back the other end. Here's Martinsburg going to the basket in a sweet play as that's Myers able to finish again.
It's back-to-back buckets for Myers, and what speed he showed some speed in transition.
Yeah, kicked it into another gear. They go into the post. Clark whips a pass to Rainey, thought about the 3, drives. That's an offensive foul. No, they called a block. I beg your pardon. Yes, they'll call the foul on Bradley. Carter Bradley will get whistled for the foul. So watch the replay again. I was a little quick to judge because it looked like he was there in time.
Well, it may have kind of flopped a little bit, but tough break. It's bang. Could have gone either way. And that was on Bradley, his first, team's third.
As Robinson checks back into the Beckley lineup. And Burdett inbound on the baseline, and they'll get the ball into Robinson. And now Clary will reset the offense. Beckley's led by as many as 12.
A new
leads
player
10
in
now.
for Martinsburg, too, Adams.
Yep, as Clary goes all the way to the rim and put it up with the left hand. And that's you thought, Eric, on the right side, he would have shot it with his right hand, right?
Yeah.
Down the lane, Myers, and it's a blocking foul on Beckley. So what we thought might have been a charge on one end was a block on one end, and they got this one right to a block back on the other end.
Is that going to be on the drive or shooting?
I think it's on the drive.
And they got that right,
Yes.
too, because he was definitely passing.
Yes.
Hey, the refs are spot on.
That's right. They get the ball down low to Bradley. They double team him. Myers with the ball now. He scored the last 4 for Martinsburg.
And looks like he's going to try to score the next.
Yes, and he goes in, and he missed the shot. The tip won't go. A.J. Thomas comes out of there with it. Thomas on the move. Whips a pass to Preston Clary. Clary goes in, lays it up and in.
And A.J. Thomas, once again, does work on the boards.
Down the lane, that's going to be an offensive foul as A.J. Thomas takes the charge.
That's going to be whistled on.
Is that
on Todd?
I believe it is. And now what do we got? Have we got a technical foul maybe? Nope, we got a charge. Yes, there is a technical foul. Technical foul is being called on one of the Martinsburg players.
It's going to be on Chalice.
Yeah, so that will also go, Eric.
That will be his second.
And that'll be the team's 5th. So it'll be 2 shots for Preston Clary as he came into tonight's game shooting 87% from the foul line. And the first free throw is good. And as you said, this may be the toughest thing to do.
It is. I mean, for me, I'm just speaking personally for me. It's the toughest thing, I think, to do.
And now Beckley has its biggest lead, and will it be even bigger? It is. So this 14-point advantage is the biggest lead, and Beckley will now have possession of the ball.
And Preston Clary is in double figures with 11 points right now.
So Beckley is outscored them 17-4 since Martinsburg had cut it to 1. And they've taken that 1-point lead and they ballooned it up to 14 and have a chance to add to it. As here's Robinson, but he lost the ball. Martinsburg back the other way. Beckley back in transition. Layup right of the lane doesn't go. Robinson clears the rebound as that shot was put up by Adams. Back the other way, Clary on the baseline. Whips a pass to A.J. Thomas.
Didn't catch it clean.
Off the dribble, tacks the basket. Little scoop shot with the left hand is good. And right now, Beckley's laying it to him. As this has been a very good quarter for the Flying Eagles. And it's a turnover. Clary goes in and lays it in, and he's fouled. Do you have Martinsburg with 25? I am with 23, Eric. Am I?
They gave the points to the wrong side.
Now they put it back.
You're correct.
I'm keeping a running score, so that the score should be 41-23. Now they got it correct. They've got it up on the board now. Because I looked up there and I thought, wait a minute, I'm keeping a running score.
And that foul was on Myers.
Right.
It'll be his first.
And Beckley threatened to run away and hide from Martinsburg as Clary will try to polish off a three-point play.
And what a transition pass from A.J. Thomas.
So Wines will check into the ball game, getting his first action as Beckley now's got its biggest lead of the game here at 42-23 with 1:14 left in the first half. Coming up at the Direct Choice halftime show, we'll go inside the numbers. We'll go over everything this first half, and I'm sure the numbers are going to be really good for Beckley because they've really spread the wealth out in this first half.
They have. They're sharing the basketball and rounding out, but it's been the defense and the rebounding turning into offense.
Yeah, Beckley trying to win their fourth straight game, and it's been what's fueled this run of their previous 3 wins, and right now 3.5. They're halfway to their 4th win in a row, just for 59 seconds from being halfway, but it's been on the defensive end of the floor that's led to the good offense.
And it has, and that's one thing that, was uncharacteristic of a Beckley team early on in the year.
Owen Gunner will check into the ball game, and he'll get his first action.
Preston Clary's going to get a break here right before halftime. And this is where the younger, well, Owen's an older player, but this is where you can earn your stripes a little bit. Show that you can be trusted in game situation.
Wines has
and
it
Wines
now.
as well.
Yep. Here's Gunner. He's got a smaller man on him. Rainey off the drive. They get the ball down low. Gunner, he's double teamed. Puts up a wild shot, and he draws the foul, and he'll get to the line.
Yeah, bailed out on that one.
Yeah, because if you're Martinsburg, you probably just should have stood there and just put your hands up.
Yeah.
Because the chances of that ball going in were probably not a high percentage.
And that was whistled on Villa. Hey, but Villa, I can see he's a scrapper.
He is a scrapper.
He is really scrappy.
Owen Gunner at the line, and the free throw is no good. He's got another one coming. But this has been a very impressive first half, but very impressive second quarter. Second free throw is good. And now the lead is 20,
nope,
which is
violation.
Nope, a lane violation. Wow. Which would have been to 20. So it's like the shot had never occurred. And now here's Martinsburg, final 30 seconds, down like they are, Eric. Just wonder if they'll hold it for the final shot of the half. But Martinsburg's got some regrouping to do at the break. As Myers off the drive, whips a pass into Villa, into the lane, off the glass, it won't go. Robinson with the rebound. Beckley's got plenty of time, 15 left here in the first half. Rainey will dial it up from downtown. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Here comes Martinsburg. Final 7 seconds of the half.
Got to get a hand up here.
Yeah, hands right down the lane. A lot of contact. It counts, and he's fouled, and the foul's on A.J. Thomas. It's a nice play by Braden Amsler, Martinsburg's leading scorer. The 6'1 sophomore right down the center of the lane with .5 left in the first half. They'll count the basket, and that'll make it. They haven't put the points on the board yet, but they should. And now they do, and it's 42-25, and Amsler will try to polish off a three-point play. So Martinsburg scored on the last possession of the first quarter, and trying to get a little momentum going into the locker room. Here scoring on the last possession of the half as the free throw is good. And .5, that'll do it. Beckley will just get it in, and that's the end of the half. But a very good first half for Beckley as they'll take a 42. They got 27. It should be 26, right? Because it was 42-23.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah, so they got the wrong score. 40, unless they added a 3-point. We'll have to check that out at the break. 42-26, the halftime lead for Beckley. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, Eric, we were talking to some of the members down press row here at the break, and they're all in agreement with us that the score should be 42-26. The board has 42-27 right now. We'll have to check that out. And now they did change it, so we didn't even have to check that out. I guess everybody on this side of the court knew that that's what the score should be. But anyway, Martinsburg scored the first 2 points, then Beckley scored the next 6. The game was tied. Back and forth we went. Beckley went on a nice run, went up 10, 18-8. Martinsburg hit a three-pointer just ahead of the first quarter buzzer to cut the lead at 18-11, and Beckley got the lead up to 20-16. Martinsburg made it 20-19, and then Beckley went on a nice run from 20-19. They pulled away. They got the lead up to 31-19. They built the lead up 36-23, and now they have a 42-26 lead. Their biggest lead was 42-23. They led by as many as 19, and they lead by 16 now, 42-26. We'll take a break. When we come back here in the Direct Choice Halftime Show, we'll go inside the numbers. Eric will have the numbers for both teams of the first half, and we'll do it on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And welcome back to Courtside in Beckley, as we're going to go inside the numbers of this first half with Beckley leading 42-26. Inside the numbers brought to you in part by Direct Choice. Direct Choice pre-owned vehicles, and the lot located at 4631 Robert Sieber Drive in Beckley, West Virginia's best selection of prices on pre-owned vehicles. And Direct Choice is a proud supporter of local student athletes. Also, the inside the numbers brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. Lori Richards, my agent, takes great care of me. She'll take great care of you. Located on Market Road in Beckley. You can dial up Lori at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori. And now you're about to be in good hands with Eric, because, Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and the numbers really bear what the score is, Maris, because the 42 points with Beckley, they've really spread the wealth. And Martinsburg only has 26 points. They scored 11 in the first, 15 in the second, but this is the way the quarter broke down. The leading scorer for Martinsburg in the first was Micah Green. The big guy was doing work, had 8 points, picked up his second foul. He is the team's second leading scorer and didn't play the second quarter.
Right.
So the Braden Amsler, the team's leading scorer, has 11, got all 11 in that second quarter. So they just need some more help. Shallis Cody Shallis came in averaging 14, hit the first 3 of the game, but hasn't scored since.
Right.
And then Kevin Myers has 4 points, all in that second quarter.
Yeah.
And Beckley's balance, man, they scored 18 points in the first quarter. Preston Clary leads the way with 14. A.J. Thomas off the bench with 7. Gage Burdett started the game, has 7. Lucas Rainey off the bench with 6. Isaiah Jones, man, I think he's really infused a lot of energy on both sides of the court for Beckley. He has 6 points. The freshman playing really well. And rounding out the scoring is Kingston Clark with 2 for Beckley.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Kidd, he played a lot of people in that first half, and he got a lot of different things from a lot of people. It's not necessarily scoring from everybody, but he got good quality minutes of everybody that he put in the game. And I thought, Eric, of all the games we've done, that might be Beckley's best quarter, if not their best quarter, definitely one of their best quarters that you and I have seen all year.
Well, they had a 30-point quarter, and you're going to remember this. It was against Huntington.
Right.
So it was late in the game, so they made a lot of shots, but Huntington had pretty much called the dogs off.
Right, already had the lead.
This is the best quarter, a quarter that matters.
Right, a competitive quarter. Yes. And that's really what I was getting at.
Yes.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Coming up on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, they'll have Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling. $17 a person, $32 a couple, and you can reserve your lane by calling 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia. They're built on a foundation of safety, innovation, and teamwork. Infinity Coal Division, from the coal seam to the steel beam, Infinity Coal Company. All right, ready to start the second half. Beckley leading 42-26. Their biggest lead was 19 in the first half at 42-23. And let's see, as we look out there, Eric, it'll be the same five for Beckley that started the game. We'll start the half. And it looks like the same way, or is it maybe going a little different?
They're going up a little bit.
Yeah, Boston Todd will start the second half for Martinsburg. He did not start the game, and the other four starters that are in there for Martinsburg did start the game, and Martinsburg will have the first possession of the second half.
And what Martinsburg needs in this third quarter is for the big man, Micah Green, not to pick up anything chippy.
Well, if Martinsburg's going to get back in this game, that's a good start right there, a little floater by Boston Todd. They need to do it on the defensive end if they are to get back in. So they were down as many as 19. They've now cut it to 14 as they deflect the ball out of bounds. But wouldn't you agree? That's like it's a good start getting the field goal made by Todd, but defensively is where Martinsburg has to be better.
But it seems like the reason they infused Todd in is because of his defense. But no, but his intensity.
Right, his defense, right. Because to get back in it, you got to do it on the defense end of the floor.
That's his third foul, by the way.
So maybe he's their A.J. Thomas.
Yeah.
He's always around a foul and committing it. But they're going to leave him on the floor. But Coach Rogers, I'm sure he trusts his players. You got to be able to play with three fouls. As Clary off the dribble. Robinson from the baseline, and it won't go. And Micah Green, the big fella, just one big paw, just like snatched it out of the air, didn't he? Back the other way, here comes Martinsburg. They cut Todd off. Baseline. Here's a little short shot. It's too strong. That shot was put up by Kamar Green. There's two greens on the floor for Martinsburg. Number 0, Kamar Green, that took that. And number 23, Micah Green. It says Robinson will dial up a three, and it won't go. And the rebound is out of bounds over to Martinsburg.
Yeah, and Jaden Robinson, this is uncharacteristic. He's kind of cold. He's as cold as it is outside.
I'm thinking the same thing you were thinking. Yes,
because he's not scored a point. But you know what I like about his game?
He's still playing through it.
And he's going to keep shooting.
Here's a deep three on its way. In and out, no good. That's a heartbreak miss by Chalice. He had a really good look, and the ball was halfway down as Burdett on the move into the lane. Clary off the dribble. He'll pull up from 14 and knock it down.
Well, that's beautiful. That's great offense right there.
Yeah, that is. Don't settle for the three. Get to your sweet spot and able to knock down the shot just inside the foul line. Off the drive, a layup. Boy, that's a speed by Boston Todd. Another reason he may be in the game. That was a burst all the way to the rim to lay it up and in.
And he has all 4 points of the quarter.
Burdett in trouble, and Beckley will have to call a timeout.
And you see what Coach Rogers, Dave Rogers, has dialed up. some pressure.
Pressure defense will keep it here. And while we got a little time, we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Pasquale's. Pasquale's Italian Restaurant has all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. Catering and private parties are available at Pasquale's. You can dial them up at 304-255-5253. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's, if you have a plumbing issue or a heating issue, you just need to remember this, 304-253-HELP for the fine people at Modley's. And the game also brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Need the blue cans of Pepsi. All right, out of the timeout, Eric. We're not quite 2 minutes into the second half. And Martinsburg down 14. Like I said, they were down as many as 19 back in the second quarter.
Good early adjustments by Martinsburg, Maris, in the second half. But a great timeout also by Coach Kidd, because I think he's learning a little bit too, not to let them play through it. Let's get this corrected because that pressure was giving us trouble.
So here's Beckley. They inbound the ball. Preston Clary with it. They look for Robinson off a screen. Now Burdett. Ball's poked free from Robinson. He's got to go back to midcourt and get it, and they turn him over. Nice defensive play by Martinsburg, and if they were going to get back in it, this is how they were. But a nice hustle play by Burdett to get the ball back for Beckley.
And you know what's wild, what's good? The refs are letting them play because this very easily could have been
a foul,
a fourth foul on Todd.
And right here,
which I don't think it was.
Watch the replay. That's a nice play by Burdett as he knocked the ball off the leg of Chalice, as Rainey will check into the Beckley lineup. He has it now. He'll spot up three on its way in and out, and the loose ball is run down by Martinsburg. And they'll push it up. Here's Kamara Green with it. Kamara Green just muscles his way to the basket, leans in, and he couldn't get it to go, and Isaiah Jones clears the rebound for Beckley.
Now, I think something here you should do is pull it out, try to run something to the big guy, see if you can get a third foul on Green, see how he's going to play it.
Burdett down the lane, finds Clary. Clary thought about the three. He's going to try to get a high ball screen. Burdett drives the baseline. They cut him off. Nice pass in traffic. Out to Rainey for three. In and out, no good as Green clears the rebound. That ball was halfway down, Eric, and wouldn't stay down. As Clark comes up with the steal for Beckley.
Kingston Clark with the hustle. You're right. That did everything but go through the net.
Go through the net. It was down and popped back out.
Right now, this is where Martinsburg is hanging around because Beckley, coming off a 24-point quarter, they only have two to start the third.
Here's Clary with it. 4.5 remaining, and now they throw it away. And Martinsburg with a run out. Little pull up. And they'll wipe it off. It's an offensive foul as once again Burdett gets back, and he'll take the charge as Chalice will commit the foul for Martinsburg.
And that was the correct call there. He camped out and got ready.
Yep, and Chalice tried to pull up, but his momentum. That's right, momentum. And so Villa checks into the game. I thought he really gave Martinsburg a spark in that first half.
Especially if you're trying to come back. The way he plays defense and rebounds, look, very quick.
Very aggressive. Beckley with a 2-on-1. And Rainey leans in and banks it up and in.
Good up and under by Rainey. Hey, Rainey with 8.
Beckley leading by 16. They've led by as many as 19 back in the first half. Chalice from downtown, and he'll go right down the chute.
I like how Chalice made that and pointed to the crowd. Someone might have said something.
Rainey thought about the three off the dribble. Finds Clary. Clary, tough shot off balance. It's out of bounds, and Beckley fortunate to get that back. I thought that was a little forced shot because it looked like they had defended Clary well right in the center of the lane.
Yeah, and that time, he doesn't force a lot, but that was one, kick it out to an open shooter, and I think Rainey was spotted up.
I thought Beckley fortunate to keep the possession. And here's Burdett. Pull up, free throw line. Back iron won't go, but Jones with an offensive rebound. In traffic, and he's stripped. Here comes Martinsburg. Villa on the move. Did he get away with the walk?
No,
he did not. For a minute, I thought he was going to get away with the ball.
Yeah, he looked like Speedy Gonzalez right there, the way he was going.
Yeah, underlay. He's going a little fast, too. He's a little too fast.
Hey, but, he's really given them a lot
he's played real well.
Yeah, key minutes.
As Thompson, who started the game, will check into the Martinsburg lineup. A.J. Thomas also into the Beckley lineup. Burdett shaking and baking, finds A.J. Thomas.
And that's one thing Jones has to not get frustrated, keep posting up hard.
Rainey on the drive, attacks the basket, lays it up and in. Lucas Rainey has come off the bench to give Beckley a big lift.
Double figures for Rainey with 10. I like how he's not settling for the jumper as well. When you shoot it like he does, he's kind of streaky from 3. But if he can get that going the rest of the year, off the dribble drive, off the bounce.
Here's a pass down low. Green, and it's swatted by Jones. That's a nice offensive play by Beckley's Jones. Is that way he went head up with Micah Green and rejected it.
Hey, he stayed patient, right? And you know what? He didn't squat down. He stayed straight up and got a block.
So Martinsburg keeps the possession. Here's Green, the big fella, with it. Whips a pass. Thompson on the drive, and the ball is knocked free. Nice defensive play by Burdett. They get the ball to Clary, runs the floor, and a beautiful pass, and Clary shoots and scores.
18 for Clary off the assist from A.J. Thomas.
If you go to a hockey assist, you go Burnett, Thomas to Clary, right? Villa fouls up a 3. That's going to be short. I can tell the minute he left his hand.
His game right there.
No, and Beckley trying to reassert themselves. They led by as many as 19. They lead by 17 with possession. And Rainey shoots for a 20-point lead and has got it. And Beckley has its biggest lead of the night. One of the better games that Rainey's had, even back when he started. This has been one of his better games.
Yeah, 13, but confidence. That's why I think young men watching or anybody watching this game, it doesn't always matter who starts or who. It's always.
It's an offensive foul. Is A.J. Thomas able to stay in there and take the charge?
Yeah, that was a tough one to take right there.
So this is the biggest lead of the game right here with 1:36 left in the third quarter, a 20-point advantage. After tonight, Beckley will have a week off, Eric. They won't play until next Tuesday against George Washington.
They'll need that week off because the big dog is coming to town.
And then after that, they'll have 4 straight road games as Rainey will dial it up from the corner. It won't go, and Green clears the rebound. Martinsburg with a run out. Chalice, 3-ball, looks good and is good. Good-looking shot by Chalice.
Man, that's when you're confident in your shot, right?
Yeah, it's like a layup for me. Jones, he traveled. Yep, good call. And that's what I'm talking about. As good as Jones has become, he's got to get a little bit more polished on that type of move.
And that'll come. That'll come. Just need some reps. You're looking at, 14-year-old.
Yeah, so coming up on the final minute of the third quarter. Chalice will dial it up for 3. It's short. A.J. Thomas clears the rebound as we've gone under a minute for the quarter. Here in the third, a nice steal that time by Boston Todd. Todd races the ball down the floor. Nice pass over. The layup is good. And that layup that time is good by Amsler.
And Ambler's first points of the second half.
So it's a mini 5-0 run by Martinsburg to cut that 20-point lead to 15 as Burdett goes down the lane. A.J. Thomas for 3. It's good. A.J. Thomas rings up 3-ball.
And now he's in the double figures.
So both Rainey and A.J. Thomas come off the bench, and they've both scored in double figures here tonight. Amsler for 3. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Jones clears it. Last shot time for Beckley here in this third quarter.
Got 9 seconds.
Burdett races the ball down the floor, down the lane, finds Rainey. Head and shoulder fake. Rainey. Jones in the lane with a nice pass by Rainey, and Jones scores ahead of the buzzer. And Beckley has a 20-point lead, their largest lead. This equals the largest lead as they go to the fourth quarter. It's Beckley 58, Martinsburg 38. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a plumbing job or a heating job, you call the professionals at Modley's. It's an easy number to remember. Call 304-253-HELP for Modley's. Also, the ball game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. I had lunch there today at Cracker Barrel. Delicious food, and you can get Cracker Barrel rewards. You can dine, shop, and earn. You can join them at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Ready for the fourth quarter. Beckley will have possession. This 20-point lead, Eric, equals the largest lead of the ball game.
And let's see what Martinsburg does defensively, just playing straight up man.
Burdett all the way to the rim and off the glass, up and in, and now Beckley with his biggest lead of the game. So you got to think Beckley would be able to hang on, Eric. I know we still got 7:39 left in the game, but if Beckley's able to hang on and win, and they should, they would take them to 6-5. It'll be the first time this year that they've been over 500, and they'll have a 4-game winning streak, and Martinsburg will have a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, and Martinsburg going the other way and trending, but they have a long way to go. And these two teams will meet up again because Beckley has to go on that road trip.
Yeah.
As my man Chalice knocks down another one.
Yeah, that road trip, that's at the end of the season. In fact, that'll be Beckley's last regular season game when they close out in the Eastern Panhandle at Jefferson and at Martinsburg. As Rainey dials it up for three, and he rains a three-ball.
16 for Rainey off the bench.
And that's why he's got a lot more minutes off the bench tonight, Eric, than he has in a lot of the games that he started, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you have to do. When you get inserted, you have to make the most of your minutes. And that's how you earn playing time.
Yeah.
And right now, and right now, he's picked up the slack from where Jaden Robinson coming in, your second leading scorer, is yet to score a point.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to touch on. You know, it hasn't been that kind of night for Jaden Robinson, but Coach Kidd, you know, you've got to play who's got the hot hand. Is Martinsburg able to score there? Myers has played well for Martinsburg off the bench. But that's it. You know, you got to go who's got the hot hand, and that can change, obviously, from game to game.
Yeah, it can, and I think you're building the kind of depth. And as you said, got some other players in, and Owen Gunther got in the game. And
here's Clary down the lane and lays it up and in.
That's 20 for Clary.
Yeah, as a wide receiver in football, he looked very comfortable getting up under that and going all the way to the rim.
Good-looking baseball pass.
Yep. Myers had cut him off. Amsler with it. There's a drive down the lane. And there's a foul on A.J. Thomas. You know, Beckley's only got to 70 or more only twice this year. They scored 79 in a loss to James Monroe back on December 30th, losing 81-79. And the last game the other night there against Graham, Eric, they scored 73 in their 73-65 win. I would think with 6.5 to go, and they got 65 now, they would get over 70.
Yeah, it would take a heck of a scoring drought not to.
Not to, right.
Hey, but we've also seen the Beckley team go into one of those droughts.
Yes. We've seen them go 9 minutes without a field goal before.
I mean, that's a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter plus another minute. There's a long three that brings rain, maybe snow from Chalice. And what do we got? We got a stoppage out there. What are they just attending
blood on the as we
arm
look at
of
this.
Burdett or on his jersey. He'll have to come out.
That was so high in the atmosphere. That was a snowball coming down.
So Burdett will have to come out of the game, and they're going to have let's see who they're going to put in the game.
That's 15 points for Challis. Came in averaging 14, and he has his average.
See, here I would think that you would have to put in another player. I don't think that you should take the time to have to clean his jersey. You got to put somebody else in, and let's not hold up the game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and he's not the one. The one that was bleeding had to come out of the game.
Well, I mean,
went to the locker room.
For Martinsburg, but I'm saying, but they shouldn't hold up the game while they attend any player of any team. They should have to put in a substitute.
He's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to have to call. I was going to say, you got to call a timeout. You can't just hold up the game. That's a full timeout with 6:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 65-46, the Beckley lead. We'll take a break and be right back on Video Productions.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcome them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Edward Jones Financial Advisors. They're my financial advisors. They can be yours too. And whether you're retired like me or whether you're changing jobs, whatever the case is, you can check out Heather Cantley, Tracy Houck, Brooke Dempsey, or Ben Worley. Out of the timeout, Beckley will have it. 6:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 65-46 is the lead for Beckley as they get the ball into Burdett. Full court pressure by Martinsburg. And Beckley able to break the pressure. They got numbers. Here comes Clary. And tries to get the ball down low to Jones, and it goes off of Martinsburg. It'll stay with Beckley.
Well, way to draw the defense there by Clary, and a classic bounce pass that just didn't work out for him, but broke that pressure pretty easy.
So Burdett will inbound the ball on the baseline. Finds Rainey. Rainey off the dribble. And now he backs it back out. Clary has the ball knocked free. But able to get the ball to Rainey. He's able to dial up a three from the corner and knock it down. Lucas Rainey. And like I said, Eric, he's played way better tonight off the bench than I think in any game that he has started this year.
5 threes for Rainey as Todd gets loose.
Yeah, nice backdoor cut for the easy layup. And Boston Todd able to lay it in. Looked like the old Boston Celtics for Boston Todd. Rainey, he heard Eric. He's going for 6 threes. It danced all over the iron, and Jones tries to clean it up, and he does.
And Jones gets into the double figures with 10 points off the cleanup.
Here's a 3 ball on the other end. It won't go, and that 3 ball was put up by Amsler, and here's Beckley with it. They've reached the 70 mark for the 3rd time this season. And you would think they'd hang on and win this and go to 2-1 in games in which they score 70 or more as Jones misses the shot and then commits the foul.
Yeah, Jones misses the easiest shot he's had of the night.
Yep.
But still, love the upward trend of Isaiah Jones, the way he's playing.
Well, you know, balance-wise tonight, Eric, right? This is probably the best night that the Beckley team, I said the second quarter was their best quarter. I think this is the best complete game. Of course, they got to still continue to finish here the next 4:40.
5 players into double figures.
Yeah. So after, a little of a slow start, they've really turned it around, and now they get a steal. And I think what's turned them around is their play on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, and the defensive end has made it better as
Clary turns it over. And there's a layup, and that's up and in, that time by Challis. He's had a good game.
That's his first 2-point basket of the night.
And there's a foul as Burdett splits the defenders and then draws the foul.
Is that on Todd?
I think
That'll
it
be
is.
his fourth.
So 20-point lead. Beckley is led by as many as 22.
And there, Coach Rogers is digging more. And look at old Bill.
Bill O'Brien, our colleague, he's doing the PA.
The jack of all trades, right?
He's the one that hired me back in 1990.
That was a Hall of Fame hire right there.
Well, I don't know about that.
That was a Hall of Fame hire.
From
the Hall of Famer.
I appreciate that. Bill and I are the 1 and 2 when it comes to radio-wise as far as a number of years and games that we did calling Beckley games. Bill with 43 years and I have 31 years. As A.J. Thomas puts up a shot and draws
That's
the
what
foul.
I'm saying. You should be in the Hall of Fame in the rafters here.
Well, I appreciate that. That will be for other people to decide.
Well, I'm deciding.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe you can put a bug in Coach Kidd's ear.
Hey.
I don't know. Maybe you won't have to because Coach Ron Kidd and I, we go way back as well.
He knows. He knows.
Of course, as long as I continue to work, then you can't go in the Hall of Fame. I have to be completely retired. As the first free throw is good. And, Eric, I think as long as I got my health and I'm able to do it and it's fun, and I tell people it beats real work, I think as long as whether it be video productions, and hopefully it will be, as long as Butch Mounts keeps me employed and has me do it, I'll do it.
Is what you're trying to say.
Well, even if I can still talk to you, they may not want me around. I don't know. Here's a shot from the baseline. Is good. That shot is by Carter Bradley.
Bradley said, I'm not traveling all the way down 81 without getting in the scoring column, man.
Boy, I tell you what, I saw they got a nice luxury bus they came in.
Oh, yeah, I saw. I told you I had a chance to run into him. Gage Burdett.
With a nice finish.
Yeah, and you got to travel in style.
Well, they do. I tell you, that bus is long enough. It's probably 2 zip codes long. It's so long. Here's Myers trying to get to the baseline. They cut him off. Somebody dropped something's out on the floor there.
Yeah, looks like
a mouthpiece or something. I don't know. As that shot is no good, and A.J. Thomas comes out of the win. Final 3 minutes, and Beckley is in complete control. And they really took control of this game in that second quarter as Rainey dials up another 3. Biggest lead of the game here at 25. But Beckley has delivered the haymaker here tonight as Myers able to score.
8 points for Myers.
And we got a foul, and now Beckley will dip into its bench as Wines will get into the game. Clark will check back in for Beckley.
I think that was going to be on Amsler.
And it'll be side out right here in front of us with 2.5 remaining. Coming up in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, we'll have a quick wrap-up. We'll wrap this one up. Eric will go inside the numbers. And, Eric, our next scheduled game is Saturday morning. That means if we do play, which I hope we do, I'll miss my cartoon Saturday morning. But it's an 11 a.m. start, and the reason it's 11 a.m. start, it's a girls' game at the high school because of the snowball dance. But if we get that big snow, I don't think there'll be snow without the dance.
Me having a daughter, I've already got to give you information on the snowball dance. It's already been postponed to the 21st.
Is that right? Well,
yes.
Because I guess they foresee that that's going to happen. So I guess the game's still going to be at 11 o'clock then, right?
Yeah.
11 a.m.? Well, that's okay. That just makes our curfew a little earlier on Fridays. A.J. Thomas drills a 3-ball. Biggest lead of the game right here in the final 2 minutes. And the shot is up and in. Nice muscle play by Carter Bradley. He'll get the basket and draw the foul, and we'll get to the free throw line. Checking back into the Beckley lineup, Owen Gunner.
That's going to be on Kingston Clark, his first.
Gunner played a little bit in the first half. As Carter Bradley will try to polish off a 3-point play. And the free throw is no good. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And let's see. I think it will stay with Martinsburg, and it will.
And A.J. Thomas checks out of the contest with 15 off the bench. And you can say this. Him and Rainey, 16 for Rainey off the bench and 15 for A.J. Thomas.
Well, 31 off of those 2 players coming off the bench. Coach Kidd has to really be pleased with that as that ball spins around and goes in for Carter Bradley.
Bradley, you know what he's doing?
He's adding to his average, isn't he?
No, he's saying, I need some playing time, Coach. You see what I'm doing here?
But Robinson, you would think with this kind of offensive output, he hasn't scored, right?
No, he hasn't.
Until now, maybe? Yes, until now. I think he heard me, didn't he, Eric?
He did.
As Beckley get ready to empty their bench into the ball game here in the final 120. This has been a very impressive night by the Flying Eagles, as that shot is no good. That 3 ball put up by Chalice. And let's see who we got into the ball game. We got Dylan Ainsley. Who else we got into the game?
Stephen Thompson.
And who else we got?
Don't have that young man on my roster.
I don't either. A 30. I do not have a 30. I wonder if would that be Christian Wilson by chance?
Could be.
I don't know. We don't have that. Sorry about that. We weren't given that information. It wasn't listed on this initial roster that we were given with 102 left. And I don't know, Eric, if they've added some players that play on the JV team, but we were not given that young man's number, and we'll have to get that. But I'm going to guess that it's Wilson. He's down the lane, and there's a travel as we go under a minute for the game. So Beckley is going to get to 500 for the first time this year. They'll go 1 game over. They'll be 6-5, and the losing streak for Martinsburg will extend to 5, and they'll be 3-7. And here's a 3 from the corner is good.
Silky smooth. Thompson gets into the books.
And this game got away from Martinsburg in a big way, the second and third quarters. And like I said, this is Beckley's highest point total this season. And Eric, I think it's their best game from start to finish, as there was a foul on Martinsburg. So the Martinsburg foul goes against George. He had just checked into the game. And final 35 seconds of this one. So Beckley will extend their winning streak to 4. They're off a week, and they'll take on George Washington. And as of tonight, I think I'm correct on this, Eric, GW is undefeated.
Yes, and been beating a lot of teams soundly.
They beat Capital, who beat Beckley. They beat Capital soundly over the weekend. So our good friend Rick Green, always enjoy seeing him. Beckley and GW did not play last year. And to me, that's a game that should be played every year. And that'll do it, as Beckley will win this going away. Beckley 85 and Martinsburg 58. With the win, Beckley is now 6-5, 1 game over 500. They have now won 4 straight. Martinsburg has now lost 5 in a row, and they are 3-7. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, and that's right around the corner here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They've tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, really alright.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Store. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backroads. Little General Store, fuel your adventure at West Virginia.
And we welcome you back to Beckley as the Flying Eagles defeat Martinsburg. Final score 85-58. And at one point, Martinsburg led 8-7, and then Beckley went on 11-0 run and really took control of the game from that point on. As they led 18-11, did Beckley at the end of the first quarter, 42-26 at the break. They led 58-38 at the end of 3, and they went 85-58. We'll go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers brought to you by Direct Choice. Direct Choice pre-owned vehicles. Yeah, the pre-owned vehicle lot is located at 4631 Robert Seabird Drive. They have West Virginia's best selection on and prices on pre-owned vehicles, and they are a proud sponsor of local sports and local student athletes. Also, inside the numbers are brought to you by Allstate Insurance, located at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond, the agent. Dial her up at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate, and now you're in good hands with Mr. E.T., Eric Thomas, as you have all the numbers of this big Beckley win.
Yeah, and Beckley did it across the board as Martinsburg just didn't have enough firepower tonight, as they were led tonight by Cody Shallis with 17 merits. He knocked down 5 three-pointers to lead the way. Braden Amsler, the team's leading scorer, he had 13. He knocked down 2 three-pointers, so they had 7 three-pointers on the night. No other player in double figures, as Micah Green had 8 points, got them all 8 in the first half, never scored after he picked up his second foul early in the game. And rounding out the scoring for Martinsburg is Kevin Myers with 8, Carter Bradley with 6, and Boston Todd with 6. And also, Carter Bradley off the bench with 6 points to round out the scoring for Martinsburg. And wow, for Beckley, they were led tonight by the 22 points of Lucas Rainey. He had 6 three-pointers on the night. Preston Clary, 20 points as well. A.J. Thomas with 15. Gage Burdett with 11. And rounding out double-figure scores is Isaiah Jones, who I keep seeing growing, and you as well. Keeps getting better night in and night out. But here's what I want, the stat I want to give. Beckley made 19 two-pointers. They made 13 three-pointers.
Yeah, they dialed it up from distance. This is the best game I think Beckley has played from opening tip to the final horn. And I think Coach Kidd would, I think since he's made that change to bring Rainey and A.J. Thomas dividends, and that's a big part why Beckley is on this winning streak, as they've turned their season around from going 2-5 to now 6-5 winners of 4 in a row. They got a week off. They'll play George Washington next Tuesday. Of course, Video Productions will have it, and then they'll hit the road. For us, Eric, you and I got a little time off, weather permitting. I guess we have to say that. On Saturday morning, we'll have a girls' game. The Beckley girls now, they're 8-2. They'll be on the road tomorrow at Oak Hill. We won't broadcast that. But on Saturday morning, weather permitting, they will take on St. Albans, and that game will tip at 11 a.m. We'll be on the air at 10:30, so it'll be an early morning for you and I if we play that. And then a busy week next week. The Shady-Princeton game that was postponed last Friday will be made up on Monday. If we get it in, then Tuesday we will be back here, like I said, with Beckley and George Washington. And, of course, the big game on Friday will be Beckley at Shady. And we're looking forward to all those games if the weather will prevail. And we hope that it does to get these games in.
Yeah, a good stretch coming up for Beckley girls basketball, Beckley boys basketball, Shady Spring Tiger basketballs. Exciting times here in the county.
Well, we appreciate all of our help. Andrew Boland, once again, helping us out, producing and directing with the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. Also, Levi Barnhart here as well. We had Jackie Moon on camera, Cameron Ball on camera, Alex Fink. And for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley defeats Martinsburg, 85-58. Good night, everybody.